A few days ago, I was in Geelong with my brother and we went there to explore what turned out to be, I suppose, the remnants of a Portuguese monument. I had not long since read The Secret Discovery of Australia by Mr. Gordon McIntyre. And on the map, this is a French map, a map the French stole. You will see that it shows the northern part of Australia. They stole this from the Portuguese. That's Wilson's Promontory, and according to the author, it goes down to Victoria, to Warrnambool, possibly because the mahogany ship was lost there. It was a Portuguese vessel, possibly, and they had to turn around. Or did they reach the goal of their destination? Their destination was under the captain, Cristóbal de Mendonça, to find the Great South Land and to search it for gold, because it was seen as a land of gold. And where is the gold in Australia? It's in Victoria. Geelong, to me, is the closest seaport to where the gold is located. And there are stories from the Aboriginals of Western Victoria of trading in gold, which I've found in my research of that location. So we're going to look for the Portuguese fort at Geelong. Now, it's not just supposition. Our first governor of Victoria discovered a set of keys in just this point underneath a tall hill overlooking Geelong Harbor. The keys were, it was estimated, about 200 years older than his own time, which was the 1830s. Could it be that these were Portuguese keys? And they were found just where the Limeburners were working on the cliffs making lime. Now, I actually must confess, I didn't know we were going to find this. We just bumped into it just after I read about it in this book. So we decided to explore the area. So let's go. So there are these menhirs here at Limeburners Point. I do wonder about them, and it seems a massive Stonehenge or something was recycled into that pattern on the cliff. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Absolutely unbelievable. These were tossed aside, moved out of the way. They're about the size of megaliths found in Victoria, stone circles and so forth. It's a beautiful point. There's a historic plaque over there. We're going to check that out. Limeburners Point, Geelong. More menhirs. Ancient civilization and more modern civilization. What's going on? Hey everyone, so here finally at this beautiful area, there's where the people unload their boats at Limeburners Point. There's the point. It says here, one of Geelong's earliest and most important industries. You wouldn't know it, but lime was quarried from the cliffs until Portland cement replaced this lime. They used lime and sand until Portland cement replaced it in about 1900. There is no mention of the fact that Governor Latrobe found a set of keys here, which he thought belonged to a lost civilization. He was our first governor. He wore the hat and feathers, so he was called Mr. Hat and Feathers. People thought he was very pompous, but he was a very nice man. And this is where there was possibly a lost civilization. This doesn't mention anything about the Portuguese. It was rather that society over there put up a monument regarding that. Let's have a look at the cliffs. And you do see this type of limestone architecture around Geelong. You don't see it really too much in Melbourne. You see more bluestone, but here in Geelong it's definitely made from this. And this is where they were quarrying the cliffs, I guess. Let's take a look at the point. Beautiful area. And over there, that's really weird. Those stones, like, where did they come from? Very weird. And this must have been part of the complex. What we have here is a boat launch right at the end of the point, and a little enclave, and then it goes into the rest of the bay here, the Geelong Corio Bay. There's even a kind of breakwater there. It's a bit weird. It looks like it's made of concrete or something. Very strange. And if we look back, we see Geelong. I keep seeing these strange dolmens. If this was like a snake's... Because there is water here, which is unusual for Australia, water on the coast. So this has some sort of weird marks on it. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is the boat launch. Was this a kind of menhir or something? They seem to be around here, which sort of got my attention, and I thought this is a bit weird. So even before the people who were here 200 years before the normal Europeans, the English, there was an even older people here, possibly. I mean, why wouldn't there be? There's water here. There is an unnecessarily excessive use of these basalt boulders at this site, which is quite odd. Shows there was a lot of these lying around. They didn't just order these in. These were so this seals off the site. There's a danger sign over there. I reckon that's the site, really, and they've covered it with soil. I'm not cutting in that grass, but I reckon that might be the site right there, basically. And you can actually see at the bottom of the cliffs, there's a little cave down there as well. Yeah, this was it. This was the quarry. The ancient civilization. So what I notice is we're at a high point. We're at a commanding high point. This is where maybe the houses were. You have a commanding point of everything around you. There's a golf course nearby. Just been walking uphill. There's even a lighthouse downhill from here. It's cut through this golf course. It says private property. Ugh. There we go. Let's have a look. That's one of the holes. How the hell do we get to the beach? Built in 1923. 1923? Oh, founded in 1923. The CFF sort of love this golf course. I don't know why I don't play here. How the hell do we get to the beach? Down there. Okay. Looks like we're in the right place. There's more history here. I've seen some brick walls and caved up. Amazing caves here. I can't believe it. Old bluestone, relics of the old works. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. And built with what they were burning, the lime, to make quicklime. Unbelievable. Oh dear, it's broken glass everywhere. Ugh. And it looks like they throw the bottles in there. Oh, there's a fireplace right at the end for burning the lime, I guess, or for living. Why would you live in a tunnel? I don't understand this at all. What do you make of this?
Let me have a closer look. I mean, is this an old kiln?
Well, no, because it's got a very small fireplace. It looks more for living.
Okay, for living, but it's got an arch over the...
Oh yeah, I see. There's a bigger fireplace too. Maybe it's a kiln. Must be a kiln. It's got burnt bricks inside. Wow. What do you think of that, eh? Yeah. Old industry, and it's hard to get here. Yeah, we did a lot of walking. It's almost as if half of the hill is artificial. It's very strange. Well, in a way, it is a bit like Newgrange, but it is they've built this whole artificial thing just to hold up this old ruin. But these must be parts of the old Portuguese fortress that they've reused here. I think we've found the old Portuguese settlement, and it's actually been used as this. Like lots of these blocks are cut up, you know, I guess it's convict labour or something, but lots of them are actually the right size you'd want to use for building a house. Imagine putting this up. This is ridiculous. I just can't believe this. Well, here we are at the water supply, and as you see, this is a beautiful sparkling water, mineral water. This is where the fortress was. There must have been a Portuguese fortress here or something similar. Why does the the old Portuguese map end here? We don't really know, but this is the water supply. Extremely effervescent, beautiful water. I can't believe how good this water really is. Alright, there we go. Lime kiln, Limeburners Point. It explains everything here. So you have this retaining wall, then you go inside, and at the top of the hill, because it is a hill, you load in the fuel, the limestone fuel. Strange. It explains here how it works. I'll leave you to read this. I'm more interested in the materials they used to build this. Fascinating. I see something very interesting. It's not just the walls here of this massive, it's a massive kiln. They load it from the top and they would just take it. It looks like they would just take out the burnt material. They would burn it all, then take out the burnt material from the bottom is how a kiln of this magnitude would work, this archaeological ruin. But I've seen something very interesting here, because down here we have paving bricks of a certain size and dimension. But here we have traditional bricks. These are the sort of bricks the Romans would have used. 1970s BMX bike. Oh damn, there's an old ancient thing there. Do you see these bricks? These are handmade, small, weird colonial bricks, or they are even older, from a Portuguese settlement. One of them's got some writing. There we go. Oh, let's just actually walk inside. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Something patent. So they're English bricks, they're not Roman bricks, but I mean, we're looking at early 19th century for these bricks. It's quite interesting that you see the weird size there. Look, there's even like lime in there still, or something, ashes, something similar, and yeah. Given to him by a workman who claimed they were found many inches below the ground, and this is how he could tell, where they just dug up a set of keys, and they estimated they had been there for at least 200 years. So was this some kind of settlement? So here's the third of the kilns, and this seems to be one they've blocked up because of probably the golf course above it, and they've even restored it with modern bricks, or more modern bricks. But even the modern bricks do look a bit strange and old. They're a weird size, handmade. Hard to tell what's going on here. And it's a lot smaller as well. A lot of it has been quarried away for other uses.
So the vaulted roof probably collapsed.
Oh, you're right, yeah. So there's a massive modern serpentine monument here, built in 2006. And one wonders, is this a remnant of the Portuguese Fortress? There's Geelong down there, Geelong River, fresh water. Straight right below there's a natural spring of sparkling water. And you've got to wonder, where do these stones come from? Surely they are the sandstones of the region. Surely they didn't come from far away. And it does make quite a striking view as you come over the ridge and see this. To me, this is just enough stone for a Portuguese fortress, commanding view over Geelong, where the freshwater river is, freshwater spring down there, which this fortress protected. Yeah, could be a Portuguese colony. Wherever this stone comes from, I think it's local stone. To summarise, this is basically the tallest position, guarding the river at Geelong, the freshwater river, of which, there's only two main ones around here, the Geelong one and the Yarra. Guarding the spring, the sparkling spring, and creating mortar there to create a fortress or something, some kind of fortification here basically. As to where these stones come from, it's a bit of a mystery, I don't know. But this is the place to build a Portuguese fortress. That's why you had the mining operations right there, in a convenient place on this hill. Serpent Mound.